So I wanted to ask you a question. Are you being honest with God? Or are you hiding? Are you being truthful? And really examine this. Because somebody that's watching this video is hiding something that they won't even acknowledge to themselves. And take this seriously, because if you will fail to recognize it, how do you expect yourself to bring it to God if you won't even recognize it yourself? You know that thing that you're lacking faith in. You know that thing that you're being called to do, that you know with every ounce of your being that you should trust. You don't beat yourself up for not trusting it, or avoid the topic in your mind altogether instead of talking to God about it. Instead of simply trying to trust Him, bring it to God. Bring that situation that you're failing to trust in to Him. Bring that thing that you feel like your faith should be unwavering in, except for it is. Bring it to Him instead of hiding it. Bring that stress, that anxiety. If there's anything you need to know, it's that God wants to be a part of your mess. He wants to be a part of your mess. It's not something for us to pridefully hide from Him nor ourselves. Don't hide it from Him. Don't hide it from yourself. Whenever the Bible tells us to take each and every thought captive, that doesn't mean to take it captive and hide it. It means to take it captive and decide whether or not it should come to fruition, or whether or not it should be rebuked. Sometimes we'll have a thought, think a thing, that'll scare us. We'll rebuke the thought, but we won't mention about how uneasy it made us feel to have the thought to begin with. Bring that up to God. Don't sit down at the end of the day or wake up in the morning and pray and say, Lord, I thank you for everything, whilst hiding a lot of things that are tormenting you. Because you're hurting yourself and you're being unfaithful. Whenever you come to God in that manner, where you say that you're thankful for everything, yet in reality you're struggling, you're in pain. He sees that, and He wants to know how you really feel, or to know if you will put your pride to the side to the point of truly examining yourself. Doing things like this is whenever you truly get to have a heart-to-heart conversation with God. You get to admit, you get to reconcile with the Lord, see eye to eye, and agree with Him. You confessing these things, your stress, your anxiety, that thing that you're lacking trust and faith in, the thing that you're patiently waiting for, except for not so patiently. Put your trust in Him, because worry leads to a lot. Being worrisome leads to other sin. If you think about the Lord's Prayer, it never says, lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from evil. Lead me not into temptation. Temptation isn't something that randomly shows up, that surprises you. Temptation is something that is led to, something that builds up, something that you arrive at after you cross the barricades and caution tape, after you walk through the crime scene. You arrive at temptation. And worry, holding on to worry, will allow you to walk through the caution tape, through the crime scenes, straight into temptation, without even realizing it. How can you see what's in front of you if you're too focused on your rearview mirror? And we are not strong enough to handle that worry on our own. A lot of us may be putting it to the side because we're scared of having to admit something that even hints at not having enough faith in the Lord. If we hold on to that pride and don't let that go, builds up to temptation and sin, and guess what? That sin will only have us condemn ourselves more. And that's exactly what the devil wants. He wants for us to continue to worry, because worry leads to distraction. Distraction guides you into temptation unknowingly. Temptation allows you to arrive at desires that deliver sin. And by deliver, I mean not from you, but deliver it to you. Like an Amazon delivery package, straight to your front door. Except for you knew it was coming. You had the tracking number. You knew whenever it left the facility. You knew whenever it was out for shipping. And you knew whenever it arrived in your parcel, in your mailbox.